Hi guys, another wonderful video from yours truly. I was just listening to that song, is it Alexander O'Neill? Criticize. Criticize. Criticize my friends. Criticize my lifestyle. Yeah, it's an old song, but it's true. But I'm not going to talk about relationships or stuff like that anymore. Yeah, what do you guys think about there's a lot of talk nowadays, or probably the last few years or whatever, about narcissism and narcissistic traits. You could be like a narcissist. Sorry, you can have narcissistic traits, but not actually know, or have narcissistic traits, but not actually be a narcissist. It's a bit bright. So what I wanted to say was, do you guys know what triangulation is? I'll explain to you. You know what a triangle is, right? There's a top bit. There are two sides here, right? So I've read that, actually I saw a few videos, that people who use this technique of triangulation, it's a narcissistic trait, and it's one that's used, it's like not a common one, but narcissists like to use it. So it's a bit like gossip, isn't it? People talk behind your back. So you're here, and one person, you're the target, and they talk bad about you to person, like, this is person B and this is person A, so that you look bad, in front, you look bad, and that's the whole point. Point is to make you look bad. But that's different to triangulation. Triangulation is when you have one person that goes behind your back and gossips. Okay, that's the basic gossip 101 is, people go behind your back and talking, saying bad stuff about you. And it might be true, or it usually is an exaggeration of, whatever, something happened between you and that person or somebody else, and the more people gossip, the more it gets worse. From a make a mountain out of a molehill, like that snowball that keeps rolling and becomes huge. Sorry about that. I've got acid. I have to take my medicine. Now, like, for years, I've seen this happen, and I've had exes. One ex, for example, and she used this technique, and I only realized now what it is. What she did is, we went to Italy, to Sicily, and when we came back, she would talk to friends of my parents, my mum, and she would, like, make me look bad. That's just basic kind of gossip that a lot of women, some men I suppose, but a lot of women will do, to make you look bad. But there's they can go a step further, because you think, what is the goal of these people that go behind your back, bypass you, and talk bad about you? Obviously it's to hurt you, it's to put you down, it's to harm you, because otherwise, why would they do it? If they're good people, they wouldn't do it. So I can understand, and basically these people are messed up. They've got their own problems, and someone might be looking and saying, look who's talking. Yeah, exactly. I am the perfect person to talk, because I know what mental health problems are. I know how messed up I've become, or I am, and so I can see it in others as well. Not everybody, but I can see. And the thing is, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't go behind someone's back and then talk about someone else. We all do it, but not strategically on purpose, cold-blooded, in order to do something devious. This is like some people have a plan, a long-term plan to screw you up. I'm just wondering if any of you guys have had these situations, like with family or relatives or friends or bosses. Now, I've got this situation. So, and I can't talk about it because I'll probably get in trouble, but I've got people or a person that doesn't talk to me, doesn't contact me, doesn't want to have anything to do with me, I suppose. And that's all right. It's not all right, but, I don't want to be enemy with anyone. I want to be friends with everyone, you know? And this person, obviously, because of past gossip, like has it in for me, or doesn't like me, or doesn't want to talk to me, or whatever. If you talk to them, they'll say, "I know, I've got no problem." But you can tell by someone's actions, not by their words, what their, I don't know, maybe not what their intention is or what they have in their heart for you. For me, this person, I don't only have good, I have good intentions, but I also see that person's actions towards me. They don't contact me. They don't talk to me. They don't, when it's my birthday, nothing. I don't know, whatever celebrations there are. Christmas Day, Easter, birthday. I don't know, is there an Italian day, white people's day, straight white man day? There will be soon, I bet you. Nothing. Volvo owners day, nothing, absolutely nothing. And yet this person bypasses me to send gifts to my kids, and obviously my kids are really happy. And because I don't have the money that this person has, I feel kind of like impotent. I'm happy that my kids, especially my son, and this is my point, my son is legally, I legally his father, his guardian, and so I have to protect my son. And this shit has been going on for too long now. So you are probably watching. Yes, you know who you are. I have no hate towards you. I've got no... That's why I'm not saying who you are, your name or anything. But this has to stop. Bypassing me, sending stuff to my kids, why? I don't get it. Say, for example, I just don't understand why. See, I'm an idiot. I'm a stupid man. I'm just a stupid man who is gullible and wants to forgive and forgive and forgive for years, forgiving. And I get it. And I'm going to get it up the arse. I get it always up the arse because I'm always forgiving. Because people see a goodness. Yeah, I am good. I am good. I'm not as good as other people, but I think I'm a good person, and I try to be a good person every day. I make mistakes, and I'm sensitive, and people see that as a weakness and will take advantage. And those people who take advantage are the ones closest to you. Maybe they don't realize that they're taking advantage. But think about it. I thought about this logically. I thought, someone who doesn't like you, right? Let's say a stranger or a colleague or whatever, doesn't like you, doesn't talk to you anymore, doesn't send you any any gifts, like happy Christmas or whatever, or happy Volvo Day or whatever, Pride, or doesn't send you anything, and then doesn't talk to you, and yet sends stuff to your kids. Isn't that fucking suspicious? It doesn't make sense. In my tiny mind, it doesn't make sense. If you don't like that person, why do you like that person's kids? Yeah, I know what the answer is going to be, but I can't say it. It doesn't matter. Even that answer, it doesn't make. Even that answer, it doesn't cut it with me. Because you're still bypassing. And the thing is, it's done on purpose. because basically it cuts you out, but it cuts you emotionally, your heart, it hurts you, because it's basically saying, well, I'm friends with your whoever, your wife, your kids, your son, and basically you're being sent to Coventry. The old saying, your people were sent to Coventry. I think criminals were sent to a place called Coventry, so people don't have to talk to them or see them. They're the ones that people don't want to know, the ones that are wrong. And I've been fucking wrong for this person all their bloody lives. And the thing is, like, I'd take it on the chin if I was wrong, but I've never been wrong in this person's eyes, yes, but it's all a load of bollocks. It's a load of bullshit. It's just not true. People have said to this person, like, I'm a really evil person. Yeah, I'm so bloody evil, yeah. So bad. And yet, I don't act like a bad person, because I assume a bad person would have done a lot of bad stuff in their life. I haven't done anything. This is how bad I am, how evil I am. When I'm walking down the road, and on a sunny day, you see a worm, and sometimes they're half dry. I get down, I pick it up, and I try and find a place, and I put it inside the grass, inside a kind of moist area, because usually it happens when it's raining and it suddenly gets sunny and they get trapped. Yeah, that's the kind of evil person I am, and a demon that I am. So, and this usually happens in families where you have an estranged wife or estranged girlfriend, and or even estranged. Yeah, you have an estranged wife, and they've got kids, and what they do is, especially for men, they will turn your child against you. I remember with my estranged daughter, because I've got an estranged daughter as well. The amount of times that I tried, like, I made up my mind that I'm not with your mum, but I'd like to have a relationship with you, be in contact with you. I never want to leave you. But her mum twisted everything against me. And not only that, but she was twisted. I don't know what she's like now, but I just couldn't take it. Couldn't take it. Like, we had so many arguments because she wanted me to get married to her, and her mother was pushing her. You have to get married now. That's a terrible accent. Why are you fighting for your daughter so? Yeah, she said that once when I said I want to see my daughter. She was only about 3 years of age, and I was supposed to see her, right? And this is one of the times when her mother just changed her mind all of a sudden, because I didn't have parental rights. I didn't want to sign any parental rights because I was afraid that she was going to screw me somehow and trap me. And that's why I didn't get married. I can see, basically, like as Jesus said, you see the sign that you see. Why do the farmers see, or something like this? Why do the farmers see that at night time, when it's the red sky, tomorrow it's going to be sunny, and yet you can't see the sign of the times? I saw the sign of those times. And then people say, yeah, you left there with a child, you didn't get married. I can see what was coming. So I said, look, I don't want to be with you. No, it's not as simple as that. But, I want to still keep in contact with my child and take her out and buy her stuff and dresses or whatever. And I had my parents there with me at the time. They helped me. And yeah, one of these times, yeah, why didn't you just stay with the mother? We kept having these arguments about being married, and I said, no, I'm not ready yet. We don't have to be, all this kind of stuff. And they couldn't take it. Yeah, because they wanted to drill me from my parents' money. I can see the future. Well, at the time I couldn't, but because I was quite gullible. But looking back, I know why they were pushing. That's one of the reasons. Oh no, it's for the child to have their father. That's not the reason. I'll tell you that. Yeah, so, and it all culminated. The end point was when I had arguing with her for so much on the phone, and I smashed the phone on, on the floor, and I had this terrible, like, a throbbing in my brain, between my ear and my head. My brain had like pins and needles in it, and I ended up in hospital. I saw a duty psychiatrist, and they put me on Valium or diazepam for 5 to 7 days to calm me down, and then they put me straight onto Seroxat or Paxil, and I've been on it for 31 years. That's why I didn't want to stay with that woman. Yeah, all the stuff, the kind of like poison that she put me through, like, this is in the past, right? And maybe she's a nice person now, so I don't know. But the kind of evil, you can call it evil. I was in China at the time, and one of the times that I was in China, because I kept going there for a few months and I kept coming back. I stayed there for a year, and then I came back here for a year. There was a period when I was, and I think my daughter was about 8 or 9. No, about 12 or something. And yeah, basically she told me that my daughter had cancer, and I was like going nuts, looking for like ways to fix this cancer and stuff. And when I came back, I actually, I not confronted her. I asked her. She said, "Oh, she didn't want to talk about it or whatever." Oh, of course, I'm not going to talk to my daughter about it. So I was trying to get speak to my daughter's doctor, but they don't allow that. So I had to find an ingenious way, and I did. And it's always through women, because women can't take. Women are so emotional. That's how you get to the truth. Her social, like, there was a social worker or something that I either contacted me, I think, or I had some kind of contact with, and I said, look, I want to know about my daughter. Like her physical. Like she's got cancer. Has there been any mention of this? And she said that she couldn't tell me the information. So then I thought, I'm gonna flip the fucking, I'm gonna flip the switch, because I need to know. So I said something like, well, my daughter and her mum, they're not really happy with your the way your, I think, the way you counsel them, and they think you're not up to par and all that. And it worked. She went on a rant, and she explained to me about how they don't have a good relationship or whatever, and it's they have a terrible. I don't know. She was saying something, and then I said, "What about the cancer thing?" She said, "There's no cancer. I've never." So in that moment when her emotions were high, she told me the truth. She said, "No, there's nothing on my record. It will be on my record." Then I thought, "Fuck me. She lied. How can you lie about that? How can a mother lie? Lie that her daughter has cancer?" You see, I would be afraid to do that, because I'm fucking afraid of karma. You don't fuck around with karma or spirits or the energies around you. You don't do that. You just don't do that. Anyway, so I confronted her afterwards. This is 6 months after, and I said, she has no cancer. She says, "Oh, sorry, I was fucked up," because she was doing drugs or alcohol, I don't know. So this is the stuff that I've had to deal with, and yet I'm the one who's evil. I have to be, right? Because I'm a man. I have to be the evil one, right? The only thing I can say is that about me, and like in my situation with my ex-daughter, well, not estranged daughter, is that, yeah, from the outside it looks like you don't care, or you might be distant. You might be distant because you're distant here. You're depressed. You're crying. You're sad, you're angry, your brain is in a swirl of thought and emotion, and it just looks to the outside world that maybe it looks like you're evil, you're a bad person. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah. Anyway, going back to this person doing this triangulation thing. If you're watching, you know who you are, and you only do it to hurt me, and that just shows. It must show you how sick you are. When I say sick, I don't mean it in a bad way. I mean it in a normal people don't do that. You know, no, normal people just, oh, maybe they do that. Maybe the world is sick. I don't do that. I'm supposed to be the sick one, and I don't do that. I wouldn't waste my time and my energy and my effort to destroy someone, because that's what it is. You want to go behind my back, be friends with my kids. Why? To show yourself to be like better than me, maybe, and so what? What is the purpose? That's what I'm saying. Is it to hurt my kids? Because that's not gonna fucking happen. It's not gonna happen. Or is it to hurt me via my kids? Anyway, like I'm just a stupid man. But I understand this: bypassing me, the father of my kids, and showing me no love whatsoever, no like, no birthday card, nothing, no, it's not fine. But if people don't talk, they don't talk. But why do you want to talk to that man's children? What? It doesn't make sense. For me, it doesn't make sense. You're either nice to me and nice to my kids. It's like the person is trying to put a wedge between me and my kids. The only thing I fucking have left. I have nothing left. And still is trying to get inside. Why don't you have your own fucking family? I don't know if you've got your own family or whatever. I don't know much, but just leave me alone. If you want to be friends with me, I'm open to be friends. I'm open to loving someone loving me, and and we're all friends together. But don't play this game of like ignoring me. If you want to ignore me, someone wants to ignore me, someone wants to hate me, there's nothing I can do. But if that person then turns around and then wants to be friends with my family and excludes me, then it smells of bullshit. There's something wrong there. It's not normal. Well, it's normal for some women maybe, or some men, but yeah, it's for me. It seems like it's a divide and conquer kind of thing. But what are you conquering? What kind of fucking karma is gonna come to you? Obviously, this person doesn't think that in the future they probably think that they're justified, that well, this person has to pay because this person is evil. Like, I don't understand like what the fuck I've done. Maybe I haven't done things in the past, like I haven't given money because I don't have the money. I haven't done this, I haven't done that. But what have I actually done that's evil? I don't think I've done anything. So anyway, do you guys know anything about this this triangulation thing, where these narcissists use it? It's their favorite tool, apparently. It's nasty. It's just nasty. It's horrible. The person doesn't face you face to face and say, and talk to you. No, because maybe they don't have the guts to face you face to face, because they know they're the ones in the wrong, or they're the ones who, I don't know, have done something wrong or are hiding something. I just don't know. But the what's the purpose? The purpose is to hurt you or the target. And they're up here in the triangle. They control everything. They control the target, me, and then they control my kids by influencing them. And so what's the goal? Is it to cause a wedge between like me and my kids? They come in and create a wedge. I tell you, that's not fucking happening. My son is the youngest and he's getting presents and stuff. And I think, oh wow, where'd you get that present from? And you can see he's really happy. So I don't want to take that happiness away from him. But I'm thinking, you know, was it yesterday I was told who gave the presents and other presents and other presents. And I'm thinking, my 2 brain cells up there started to like work overtime. And I thought, this doesn't make sense. Why would someone who doesn't talk to me for some time now, years, doesn't contact me, doesn't send me any like Christmas or card or anything like that, and yet sends presents and stuff to my kids? That stinks. There's something wrong there. You know, so even I can understand. Didn't understand anything about narcissist and the fucking triangulation. I just know that it's fucking wrong. I just instinctively know it's wrong. And I've known it's wrong for a long fucking time. But because I'm good, I'm a good person, I've let it slide. I think, okay, just leave it, leave it, leave it. Let the person hurt me. Okay, here I am. Let me bend over so you can screw me. I've always done this. Now, no more. No more. It's not happening anymore. I'm going to get all those fucking presents and burn them. And then I'm going to get my son. I'm going to take money from the money that I don't bloody have. I'm going to save up every week. I don't know. I can't save up because I haven't got any money. But I'm going to buy those same presents for him or even better ones. You know, the person who I'm talking about, you might think it's... I'm exaggerating, but imagine if someone did it to you. I don't know if you've got kids or whatever. I don't think you've got. But imagine if you got kids and someone did that to you. How would you feel? You wouldn't be like me, waiting for years and years and like forgiving them. No, you'd immediately you'd say something. And that's my problem. I'm too good. All right. I'm not talking about you. All right, Betty. I've been too good. But that's not good, is it? That's bad for me. I've let people like they abuse me. That is abuse. So now, what do you want? The big monster David. We have to fix that ear, don't we? Yeah, so from now on, don't send my kids any presents unless you want to be friends with me. That's my child, not your child. So don't send me any more. If you want to send me gifts, that's okay. You want to be friends with me and then have a normal relationship, not this fucking triangle. This triangle is completely smashed, okay, from today. So I'm warning you and I'm telling you, you send any presents, I'll send them to charity. Don't want to be friends with me, you send presents to my kids, they're going to charity. So I'm not being bad. I'm being as nice as I could because this has happened for a long time now, for years. And so I've had enough. You've made your point, you know, abuse me and whatever. That's not abuse, it is fucking abuse. Just think, if somebody did it to you, how would you feel? You're basically rejected. You continuously reject me, and that's fine. But if somebody rejects you and you don't know about them in their life, whatever they do, it's okay. But if you're rejected by that person, you kept getting like advertising, I'm still here, by the way, you're nothing, by the way, you're a piece of shit, you know. That's abuse. And I'm not going to stand it anymore. And I have to protect my children, especially my son, because he's the youngest and he's the he's my treasure. So are my daughters as well. So I'm sure this happens in other families, but the person might not even know they're doing it. So I'm just saying, don't do it, please, anymore. You hate me, you don't want to be friends with me, you don't love me, fine, fine. But then don't turn around and start having a relationship with my son and my daughters, especially the children who are underage. He's 10 years of age, my son. And anyway, I've rambled on too much. I just wanted to say that. It pisses me off when people do that. You know, well, what am I talking about? It pisses me off when people try and, but when people abuse you. But this has never happened to me, or I've never known. You know, you get your basic gossip, people talking behind your back. And it's harmful because you get to find out people say things about you and they say, oh, so-and-so said this, and you feel pissed off. But I've cut off contact with so many people, so I don't have to hear any bollocks. And, I don't get Christmas cards or birthday card from anyone. Just my son and my daughters. They gave me either Christmas card, birthday card, one or two of those events, but birthday or Father's Day card or whatever. And even though they didn't have the money, they made it out of a piece of paper, and I was so happy, My eldest, Josephine, because I always have arguments with her, and she's ratty with me, but she still gave me like a Father's Day card. Annabella gave me a Father's Day card. Salvatore gave me a Father's Day card. So things are well with my daughters now, And that's what this person won't like. My dad once said to me, hang on, this is a Sicilian saying. All right, I know you want to go out. How massive he is. The giant, the gentle giant. His ear, so I'm going to have to fix his ear. Don't make the people who hate you happy. How do you say it in Sicilian? Gente che non vanno bene contenti, or something like that. Don't make people who hate you happy. So conversely, you can actually make them unhappy by giving them certain information. Like if you're successful in life, you're healthy, this and that, those people who are watching, who dislike me, who hate me, will start getting pissed off. But when they know you've got problems, I've got problems with my daughter, with my wife, I'm getting divorced, they're all happy. Oh, so that's what my dad meant. It's true. So from now on, I'm going to be happy, healthy, and wealthy. Come on, and I'm going to take you out. He can't wait to. I think he has to do a pee-pee. You have to do a pee-pee, Dave. All right. Speak to you guys another day. Yeah. What do you guys know about this triangulation thing? Where somebody goes behind your back in order to create havoc and create a kind of separate you from friends or family even. And the goal is to hurt you. That's so evil. I don't know, well, maybe evil is the wrong word, but it's not nice, is it? It's really like, they want to damage you, like long term. Well, anyway, speak to you another day.
Some things are meant to be fair. I know you left me down and out, and now the river is red. Got that hit on your head. Should have buried your dead. Should have listened to me and said